Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up. Are you ready? Set. Jump to
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. Go ahead, Reed. 45. Check.
First down, Bridgewater. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And you see who they went after there, young rookie cornerback.
Yeah, and what else would you do? You've got to test him, and make sure you test him over time. It's not 1 or 2 throws. It's multiple per game, and people will test him until he proves that he can handle it.
Well, he's got a couple quarters to prove it here. We're only in the first. He better step up. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And he's got Lockett. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler, 6 of the last 7 years in there to make the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Switch.
To throw, Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 45. Mike, 45.
Throwing is Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Oh, this is blocked. The Bucs weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, past the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And a loose football. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. T.J. Logan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go. 54. Mike 54. 22. Check. Mama. 22. Check. Mama. No. Check. 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 Bravo.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll run on first down. Logan. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. First down, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ezekiel Ansah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Winston now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 57. Check back, check back. Slam, slam, slam. Got it. Let's go. Bravo. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, here we go.
Barber on 1st and 10. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's caught. It's Peyton Barber. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 1st down, it's Logan. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Wait. He's coming. Double up. Easy. 57's the Mike.
This is Logan. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. T.J. Logan with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. This time the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater buying time to his left. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check. Fresno.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Bridgewater. And Dixon has it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Watch twist.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And the Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Lynch, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater, and that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Play action now. Bridgewater. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. 23 yards the pickup there. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Bridgewater to throw it. Dance under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ndamukong Suh picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Throwing, Winston. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
To throw is Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Ready? Flag. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Barber. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 10, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Winston now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Winston steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Trey Flowers picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. He'll find Metcalf. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice score.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Let's go, team. Easy.
On first down, Logan. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Winston gives to Barber. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it here with Logan. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. From the red zone now, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 29, Bridgewater. That's caught by Penny. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. This time the extra point up and good, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And the ball is knocked out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Penny, a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the run by Lynch, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. They set up the screen to Penny. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he finds Penny. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. It's 3.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal in most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and goal. Bridgewater, the quick slant caught. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Ballore. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. From the 31, Winston. He completes it to Evans. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston looking for the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. It's Logan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Dawson missed it. It's wide to the left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, so a chance to take the lead here in this 4th quarter, but he couldn't get this one on target.
Everything looked good. The snap, the hold, even the distance. The only thing off, the most important part, the accuracy.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. The end result, 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Now Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that three.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. He's got Evans. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
He's back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Ready? Black 22. Watch his flat. Watch his flat.
And here's another kneel down as he'll try to set up the game winner.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So this thing is all going to come down to the right foot of Phil Dawson. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bucs, A loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle,